I sometimes wonder how this relates to some weird things in sort of quantum physics. You know, like Schrödinger's cat, for example.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
How something can be simultaneously here and not here.
Yes.
I find that very interesting. I'm sure there probably isn't any parallel.
Oh no, I think there is. I think there is actually.
There's a very nice cartoon I saw the other day about Schrödinger in the vet.
Right.
the vet.
Is it dead already?
Yes, the vet comes up to and says, about your cat, Mr. Schrödinger, I have good news and bad news.
Well, I think that's exactly right. You know, for the seeker,
yeah,
it's absolutely simultaneously good news and bad news. Right. You know, this is it. What are you looking for? This is it. Yeah. But the bad news is that, well, this is it.
Yes. Yeah, it's only bad news from the point of the ego, isn't it? Really, that would like to be there. That it would like there to be something other, something majestic, something.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that.
Yes.
Or it can.
Yes. Something amazing's got to happen.
Yeah.
Something.
Maybe that
something.
It can own, or it can.
Some great, you know, experience on the road to Damascus, you
yes.
know, kind of thing has got to happen.
Yes. And then after that, everything would be different for this individual.
Yes,
that's
life will be better.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. So it kind of like, if you say to them, well, things aren't going to get any better, you go, well, what? You know, well, what's the point of it all?
But
then?
that's not. You see, I don't think that's strictly true though, because I think things do get considerably easier when an illusion drops away. Don't you think? They must do. Not for an individual, not in terms of bread and butter and normal daily living. I don't mean that.
Well, you could say that.
But the striving goes.
Right? You could say that the sense of self tends to make things worse.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, because when people really, you know, when people are really suffering, when they're particularly mentally, I would say, you know, if they're in psychological distress,
yeah,
there's seems to be a very, very strong identification with this. I mean, that's kind of part of it, isn't it? That this person is so identified with their pain. Like, it's not so much. And then you can look at their circumstances. You think, well, actually, you're really worried about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not really. That can be sorted. It's not. You know, that's not. It doesn't appear to be a big problem from the outside,
right.
But to that individually, it appears huge and an insurmountable thing. There's not the actual event of the circumstances of the
right.
It's the identification with it that seems to be the
problem. Well, I like. I was very moved by the introduction to Eckhart Tolle's famous book, The Power of Now.
Yeah.
Because he talked about how he suffered from terrible depression, you know, for a long time.
Okay.
And it came to a sort of peak one day where he said, you know, I can't live with this anymore.
Yeah.
And then it suddenly occurred to him what a ridiculous thing that was to think.
Yeah.
Because it seemed to imply that there was the self that he couldn't live with.
Yes.
So there were two selves.
Mm-hmm.
There was the self that he is.
Yeah.
And this other self.
Yeah.
That he couldn't live with anymore because it was all too painful.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, one of us has got to be an imposter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah.
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 And that was the insight that undercut.
Yeah.
In one stroke.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
He, you know, the account's very moving. He talks about waking up and feeling that everything was new and reborn and fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But what's interesting is not, as you were talking about, his focus was not on the circumstances of his suffering.
Yes.
It was on the reality or otherwise
Yes.
of the one to whom it appeared to be happening.
Yes. Exactly.
So there's no question that there is a benefit in that sense.
Yeah.
To that insight.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a strange predicament because there's no one to whom that benefit accrues.
Yeah.
It's like the benefit is built into reality. There's no one who possesses that benefit. There's no one who, you know.